Hey Capricorns, welcome to Tarot and Heal. Welcome to the place where we Tarot and Heal with self-love and unity consciousness. Welcome to your mid-month April reading. I hope all is well. I wanted to do this reading first, but then a Cancer came in with the reading. So I had to do the Cancer reading first, and that was so intense, it made me cry. But I do feel like for some reason this reading and the Cancer reading might be similar, or you guys have to watch each other's readings, okay? This reading, it does feel like it's an energy of needing to get out of your own head. All right, the Cancer reading was about pretty much the same thing, but it was like more of a message from Spirit, a message from the Spirit team saying, hey, we got you, chill out, stop worrying, get out of this anxiety, because all you're doing is messing up what we already got lined up. Like, we got the dominoes laid out for you, and you just out here just being all, you know, wonky with your emotions, when you need to just chill out, trust, listen, and move accordingly. So when I was shuffling, I'm still feeling the energy of that last reading. Like, it was just so much love. It was such a beautiful reading. But yeah, it made me tear up a lot. But 8 of Arrows coming through with the 8 of Swords, also that 9 of Swords. All right. This is a need to get out of your own head, okay? Telling yourself certain things, it's like stopping you. Wow, the universe underneath that, and the Fool underneath with the Strength card, okay. The universe and the Fool coming out underneath all of this worry. All right? You got to recognize recognize the symbolism in that one. All right, so these cards is what's happening on the top layer, but this is what's happening behind the scenes. This new beginning with the World card, the Universe card is similar to the World card with that Fool card coming out. Beautiful, fresh energy coming through. There's no need for all this worry. All right. It was a beautiful reading of reassurance, you know. All right, let's go. Face your adversities, embrace your power. Face your adversities with your power. Use your power to face your adversities. Don't allow your adversities to turn you into this nervous wreck, or this anxiety-ridden wreck, or this person with all these insecurities, overthinking, or creating this self-imposed prison for yourself. Instead of, you face these adversities on by stepping into magician mode, okay? Take it as a challenge, as a way, as opposed to an opportunity to cower. You see a problem come your way, or if you're anticipating a problem, you look at it and you see it as an opportunity of flexing your magician mode, flexing your ability to co-create. It's an opportunity to strengthen that, as opposed to getting nervous and, you know, worrying about what happens next. Worrying doesn't do anything. But if you start co-creating, if you start taking that opportunity to create affirmations, like, okay, this is a weak point for me. Let me start affirming. Let me strengthen this weak area of mine. You know, then that's more of an empowered magician mode, magician attitude. All right. The more you do that, the more you step into your power. All right. So it's a new way to face your problems head on. Rather than worrying, take it as an opportunity to strengthen your gifts. Okay. Have some tea. All right, what's going on with Capricorns? Hey, what was that? The Nine of Cups definitely wants to be seen. That's a fact. The Nine of Cups is You know, the wish fulfillment, the manifestation. So the Cancer reading was more like an energy of, hey, you have a loyal team, you have a loyal team, you have a loyal team. We love you. You're doing the right thing. Assurance, 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 you know. That's all that energy was. And now I feel like this Capricorn reading is the other side of it. It's like what the person is going through and what spirit is seeing, what their spirit team is seeing. Because the energy of that Cancer reading was about spirit team watching this person drive themselves crazy unnecessarily when the spirit team already has it lined up for them. So I feel like now this is about to get into the nitty-gritty of how someone can get out of that. Oh, look at that Page of Cups coming out. How they can get out of it. By trusting, right? Opening up their heart, having more faith, okay? Being more vulnerable, leaning into spirit a little bit more, or leaning into their team a little bit more, leaning more into their spiritual practices more, praying more, affirming more, whatever it is, whatever your method of manifestations are. It's time to lean into it more than you have before. Not saying that you haven't done it. Now it's time to do it more. That's all. And have more faith. All right. We're starting off with the Four of Wands. This beautiful card of happy home, stability, okay? I feel like this is the same as the Cancer reading. Like whatever it is that you're going for, it's already in the bag. But, oh God. Yeah, okay. Five of Swords coming out with the High Priestess. Definitely watch a Cancer reading. This is a two-part. This is a two-part reading for sure. Like the first one was the Cancer reading is like, hey, we love you, we love you, we love you. And now this reading is like, okay, now this is what you need to work on. All right. Definitely watch the Cancer reading. High Priestess is coming out with this Five of Swords here. If you lean more into your intuitive guidance, you can stop this defeatist attitude. Okay. You can get out of your own way. Okay. When I was shuffling the cards, I was like, man, not Capricorn getting in their way, overthinking, getting in their own way of their own manifestations. Now, come on. It's almost like creating adversities, creating problems, all right? We have the Nine of Cups coming out again. I told you, this thing want to be seen. This thing wants you as much as you want it. Whatever this is. I mean, this could be a person, but dream life. Manifestation, whatever goal you're going for, whatever that big goal is. And I don't feel like it's a little manifestation. I feel like this is a big fish, as I told Cancers. This is a big one. This is a big deal, okay? If this is a love, then this is a big love coming in. If this is a new job, or this is a career, you know, something like that, all right? It's a dream coming true. It wants to come in. The universe wants you to have it. So whatever you're telling yourself about, like, why you can't have it, then it's time to get out of that. All right. All right, so we have the Two of Wands coming out. Plan with spirit, plan with your, follow the plan. That's what it is, follow the plan. There's also this energy. Hey, I love this. The Eight of Wands coming out here. Going with the flow. Go with the flow, okay? One thing I told the Cancer energy is like, okay, you're going from A to B anyway. You're going to the finish line anyway. Now, do you want to go there smoothly, or do you want to go there kicking and screaming? How do you want to get there? What frequency do you want to ride on to get there? Because you're getting there anyway. You could be on the lower one. You could be worrying all the way through. You could be stumbling and clumsily getting to the finish line, just flipping over your own feet, but you make it to the finish line. Or you can go there with style, you know what I'm saying? With class and grace, you know what I'm saying? Jogging backwards, doing backflips and shit. Like, how do you want to get to that finish line? That's all dependent on how much you follow your instructions that's coming through, okay? All right. There's also this energy of wanting to walk before you crawl. That's Capricorn shit. What are we talking about? All right. Why is this coming out? All right, see, we're getting more into the human aspect of that Cancer reading message. Because I was just definitely on some spiritual, subtle realm messaging. And I was trying to bring it down to like a human, how it could play out in a human way. But it just wouldn't let me go there. But I guess it's because of the Capricorn reading. That's where it comes down to earth. Like, this is what this looks like in your life. Okay. Things are not what they seem. And that's why you have to pay attention to your intuition. Hold on. Oh man, this is really getting into the nitty-gritty now. All right, hold up. All right, that's what we talking about. Okay. So we have an Emperor. We have the King of Pentacles coming out, and then we have the Emperor coming out in reverse. Okay. This could be one person coming through. They might come off as aligned, but they're not, like aligned with you. They might come off as a wish fulfillment and they're not. We do have the Fox. It's something about their words, and maybe they have a sly way of speaking, whatever the case is. You have the Hierophant coming out with the Lovers in reverse. It seems as if this connection is, even though it's been there for a while, it's not really connected. It's like someone's faking being a connected person to you. How would someone do that? They can just study you and say, oh, me too, I'm the same way, and we're so alike, you know. Kind of faking something, faking their way into in your life. So it does seem like there's some type of fox here, all right? The false mask coming through. This is a yin and a mother effing yang. But I mean, to like this reading compared to the Capricorn Cancer reading, it's just literally light and day here. Night and day. All right. Why is this High Priestess here? I'm getting delirious now. All right, so your intuition is trying to make you end something. End a specific relationship, it looks like, all right? Or this could be ending a job, whatever. We have the Emperor card. That could be a boss or whatever. But it's definitely something that doesn't, it's not what it seems, and you're being led to lean in. Probably set some boundaries or something like that, all right? If you feel like something is, as I was about to say, something shaky, shook up the camera, but if you feel like something shaky is happening with a wish fulfillment, it is something weird. You're gonna have to trust your inner guidance here about what something is, and it might not look like it at first glance, or it just doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like what your intuition is telling you it is. Let's get into this black and white. Give it to me straight. What's the blockage? See, this can go either way. I mean, it could be like something isn't what you think it is, but it's a wish fulfillment. It could be like that. Or it could be you think it's a wish fulfillment, but it's not what you think it is. It's actually not a wish fulfillment, you know? It's something like that that's happening. That was the other thing. Oh, okay. That was the other thing with the Cancer reading. See, so now I'm getting into how it feels on the human level. Okay. Oh, okay. Wow. The way they're illustrating it is very beautiful. There's nothing to worry about, because you have a very loyal team backing you. You might feel like things are shifting and you don't know what that shift is. So that might bring out this feeling of fear, because you're like, okay, it's just an unknown. See, in the Cancer reading, I was able to see it clearly because I was seeing it I was getting the vantage point from the spirit team. So I was able to see it like, oh, there's nothing to worry about. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. It's so much love. And now in the Capricorn reading, I'm feeling it from the human perspective, okay? And from that perspective, it's like, I'm freaking out. Like, what's going on here? Everything looks weird to me. This person that I hated, I now love them. This person that I love, I now hate them. What is going on? And it just feels like a mess. It's confusing and it's kind of scary because everything is switching up. So it's like, it's kind of hard to differentiate what's the good changes and what's the bad changes. Or if the change is happening is good. It's like sensing that something is happening. I compared it to like tremors. It's like feeling the tremors before the earthquake. So you're energetically feeling the change. You're feeling the change in the wind and you're like, something's changing. I don't know what it is. So I'm automatically going to just get scared because something's happening and it's out of my control, you know, when ultimately it's not really out of your control. It's something that you are manifesting and you're just feeling it coming in. The synchronicities, this is how this can happen. If the synchronicities start showing up back to back to back and you're like, whoa, spirit is really trying to get my attention. What for? Is something wrong? You know, you just start freaking out and start thinking the worst. When it's just spirit is coming to you back to back to let you know, hey, we're here. Reassurance. Get excited. We're here for you. We're here for you. Everything's okay. But someone might be looking at all those messages like, okay, why do I keep saying 55? Why do I keep saying 55? You know, 55 can be that's tower moment energy, but this is like a good tower. But someone might be looking at it like, fuck, something's changing and I don't know what it is. So I'm freaking out, you know. I don't know what's up and what's down. So that's very interesting. Definitely watch a Cancer reading. What's the blockage? Thank you. What's the blockage here? All right. Yeah. Okay. Now. All right. That's the funny part. Okay. It's not haha funny. I'll give you an example of something. I went through a very tough time last year. Lost a family member, right? And even through those times, the readings that I was doing for myself, they were still encouraging, and they were still trying to keep me in a perspective of looking ahead. Like, they come from a perspective as this too shall pass type of thing. But when you're in it as a human, it's like, what the fuck? So, it's that type of thing that's happening. So, with that Hierophant that came out, with the Emperor and all that, I feel like there is something that's going to ultimately lead to something great, but it's like, it just feels like it's a shift, right? Something that needs to be shaken out of your life that's not going to give you what you want, right? So this could be a job, you know, something like that. But after everything, you'll be like relieved about it. It's like taking Buckley's medicine. I don't know if y'all know about Buckley's. Y'all take that Buckley's medicine and it's disgusting. But then you feel better immediately after. That's it, energy here. Yeah. So, whatever that Buckley's medicine is that's going to make everything all better, you can barf it up and be like, ugh, these adversities, oh my God, that's so disgusting. You can whine and bitch and complain about it. Or you could take that as an opportunity to start working with spirit, because watch your Cancer reading for all that level of assurance, reassurance. I feel like all right. Tell me about the Five of Pentacles. This feels like a relationship, though. This feels like some type of breakup happening. With the Five of Pentacles coming through, and the letter here, it's like a communication of loss between these two people. This could be you or someone that you're attached to, okay? But See, someone could be going through this and then they come to you after they deal with this. So just keep this in mind, all right? Because it seems like there's a couple of people involved in this situation. There's like some type of break, but it wasn't, somebody wasn't getting what they deserved out of it anyway. It was a distraction with the Six of Pentacles. It wasn't equal reciprocity in the situation. With the Hierophant, it was like, but it was a long-term thing. It's so many shifts happening in this reading. I get it. I get why, you know, because it's so much. It's like you start seeing, that's what's happening. I feel like there's so many storylines happening, and it's probably, you probably notice all of it happening at once, and you're like, whoa, okay, so how is all this going to play out? You know? This reading, okay, it's so different from the Cancer reading. And I felt that with the Cancer reading too, because it's like, see, look at that, with the Two of Pentacles. What's happening behind the scenes, it's so different from what it looks like. It's so different. Like in a good way. Like from the human perspective, it looks, there's some type of illusion here. For whatever, oh no, not for whatever reason. It's back to how the person thinks, the mental prison that they kept themselves in, the anxiety. The anxiety is making things, it can make things look worse than what it actually is. And it might cause you to start acting out in a way that can make things actually worse than what it is. So you gotta chill. Wow, it's so different. Like someone's not seeing what's happening clearly at all. It might be stories that someone's creating based on their own fears and anxiety. They might be misinterpreting what they're seeing because they're, and just to, and all it's doing is just backing up their own fears. And it's not that at all. That's why you have to choose empowerment. You have to choose the empowered way of thinking, the leaning into spirit way of being. This is it's so much going on here. And I feel like it's disorienting for the person. Yeah, see? The Seven of Cups, all that confusion. It's so many pieces of the puzzle that's being shifted. I feel like it's shifting at one time. So it's like, I can't even catch up. I have no idea. And that's the point. You're not supposed to have an idea. You're supposed to just let the dust settle. It's like that, I don't know if you guys, if all carnivals have this, that scrambler thing, scrambler ride, where it's like, and you're like spinning, and then you go here, then you're spinning, it slows down over here, it's spinning, so it slows down over here, and it's just like, okay, I can take a breather. No? Okay, we're switching up. No, we're switching up, you know, and that's the emotion. It's like everything is being scrambled, and it's a little bit disorienting. But the dust is going to settle, and it's going to make sense. You're like getting glimpses. When it slows down, you're getting glimpses. You're seeing a piece of the puzzle here, and you're seeing a piece of the puzzle there, but it's still not coming together. And for some reason, that's causing, not for some reason, it's causing anxiety, naturally, because it's out of your control. whatever you think, look, all right, so I'm gonna just say this. I think whatever you think is fitting to happen, it's probably not. If you think, you're probably gonna get blindsided in the best way, though, is what I'm saying. If this is about love, it's some type of surprise element. It's a good one though, right? Like you might be paying attention to this one opportunity, but it's really one that's coming over here somewhere while you're paying attention to this. You might be talking to someone and thinking, oh, this is a person, this is the one. And then someone just comes out of nowhere, rock your world. You know, that's the energy that I'm feeling here. If it's a job that you feel like, oh, this isn't going anywhere, then it's like, boom, promotion. You know, it's something like that. It's a good thing. It looks though, it doesn't look like as good as it is. You know, it doesn't look like a good of a position as what it is. All right. And then this could also be, you know, you moving up the corporate, trying to move up the ladder at a job and then, you know, having to switch to another job. You know, that's better for you. That's another option too. So we do have the Four of Cups. It's like focusing on one thing and being really like stuck on that, being stubborn about this missed opportunity. Like no wavering, like somebody's dead set on a specific situation or an outcome. This reading is a scrambler. Okay, it's scrambling my mind right now. I don't know what it's like someone thinks they know. Someone thinks they know, they have no idea. In a good way, though. Wow, look at that. That's top card popping out. Oh, with the Moon card behind that. Oh, my God. Oh, there's so many people involved here. There's so many moving parts in whatever this situation is. You can't fathom what's going to happen. You can't guess what's going to happen. There's some divine trickery happening here. All right, you're being scrambled. All right, it's like you're on that little twirly thing. I don't know why I keep going back to playgrounds and carnivals and shit. But I guess because he's supposed to be more playful. Anyway, 333. That's 3333. Okay. But yeah, that twirly thing. You're on that twirly thing, and then you just get up, and now you can't stand straight. You just fall over. You're losing your center. But you're losing your center, but you don't realize, oh gosh. You're losing your center, but you don't realize that you're losing your center. It still feels like you're seeing things correctly, but you're seeing things very tilted. You don't realize it though. This could be you or someone else. You know, it's crazy. Before I started this reading, that's exactly I literally felt that. I guess it's a bit of vertigo or whatever, but I was just laying down. I was just watching something on my phone, and out of nowhere, I just felt like, I was like, why do I feel like I'm tilted? And I was like, oh, this might have something to do with the Capricorn reading. Perspective being tilted, perspective being skewed by, you know, and now I'm seeing is being skewed by your own mask or your own lens. The lens that you look at the world is skewing the perception. All right. So it's making you look at things through doomsday glasses when it's not that at all. Like you're in a better position than you think. Also, things are working out better than you think as well. All right. That is the key takeaway. All right. Now, with all this abundance, more efficiency, with the healing, the star card energy, all right? We have the moon. We have the star coming out with the moon. Then we have all these fishes in the sea. All these fish in the sea. All right? There's so many characters at play. There's so many things happening in the background that are working in your favor and you don't know it. And that's why you're freaking out. All right? So reassurance. Reassurance. Be reassured. Okay. So be reassured. Things are working out for you in the background and you're not aware of it. Your perception, your doomsday glasses are making you see things worse than what they are. Also, there is something that needs to leave that's causing a distraction for you. That's been there for a while. All right? This could be a safety net. This could be your security net. This could be whatever, all right? This could be a relationship that's been there for a while. You know, something that's been there, all right? Something that might make you feel secure, but now without it, you feel off kilter. Oh. This is like if you leave a job and then leave something with job security and then you become an entrepreneur. Yeah, you're going to feel off. And that nervousness, the unknown, is going to make you look at everything like, oh my gosh, what if I fail? And that what if I fail energy is going to make you move in what if I fail type of movements, you know? So you can see how that becomes a domino effect. Back to using that metaphor of a domino effect. As I mentioned earlier, the dominoes are already lined up. Don't start walking around being clumsy with it. All right? Spirit already got you. All right, what's the advice? Go with it. Go with the flow. What's the advice? Look, there's a card in this deck, in the RebelDeck, called, and it says, it's dark and you can't see a mother effing thing. That card comes out when you're trying to figure things out, you're trying to understand the signs, and it's just like, okay, you are so off right now. Like, you think you know, but you have no clue. And in this, it's a good thing though. It's for a good thing. This could be like if you're in a relationship, or if you're talking to someone, you think you got them all figured out, and then they surprise you with something, you know, in a good way. They give you a good surprise, right? But all the time you're like, I know this person think that they all that, or they think they trying to play me. They're not going to play me. All the while they're probably planning a proposal, right? Like that, it's like that level of being that off. Like something, because their actions are not representing, it could apply to this too. Their actions aren't representing exactly what's happening behind the scenes. So it's making you create a story. Don't allow for that to take you off, because then it could make you start acting out based on the story that you're telling yourself, which could cause you to mess up the manifestation. All right. So realize that Ace of Swords here, you're not seeing the truth right now. It is being hidden because the universe want to come out and say, surprise. That's what they like to do. I don't know why. Why they like to do it, I don't know. Just tell me like what it is so I could just be prepared. Like, I don't like surprises. Page of Wands. All right, just keep doing what you're doing. Take the baby steps. It's dark, you can't see a thing. Just go through it one step at a time. I'm being led to this forest. It's like being in a really dark forest. but you're walking towards the most beautiful oasis with unicorns and rainbows and golden water in the middle of this forest, but it's so dark and so dense, and there's so much trees and so much energy around you. You can't really figure it out. You can't put the pieces of the puzzle together. You can't see where you're going, but you're going to a beautiful oasis. All right, be reassured and watch the Cancer reading. It'll give you more reassurance than this reading, because this reading was representing the mind of the human, while the Cancer reading was representing the message from your spirit team who already got it locked down for you. Okay? All right. King of Swords. That level of clarity needs to be had. You need to recognize, like, okay, I'm tripping. If you feel like, you know when you're feeling off, you know if you're feeling on top of your game, or if you start trying to investigate and you get paranoid about something, you're tripping now. Now you're going into a low vibe. I mean, you just see it like that. Are you in a high vibe with this journey, or a low vibe? Okay, are you thinking in a way that makes you feel good about your journey? Good, you're on the right path. That's where you need to be, so you can have the clarity of thought. Be in this more empowered way of being, all right? Yeah, the universe coming through. This is new energy. I feel like, yeah, it's just, things are not what they seem in a really good way. But only time will tell, right? Because you're not meant to see it. So, all right. What's the power animal here? This energy is frustrated. All right. What's the power animal? I think I'm going to watch a Cancer reading after to feel better about this reading. Look, y'all out here. All right. I'm going to just pull this to my body. Oh, okay. All right. Look. Let's start off with the Tower moment real quick. The Coyote spirit trusting a divine detour. There's something, like I said, there's something that has to go. All right. That probably been in your life for a while, but it's a distraction. It's like something that gotta go. It's the Buckleys tasting that nasty medicine. Just take that L, whatever that L is, whatever that loss is, take it. All right. But then we have this here, watch and wait. This whole mysterious card. This is a card of hidden surprises, as I mentioned before. Like, you might have been focusing, let's say if it's love, you might have been focusing on this one love, this one person, like, oh, I want them to come back to me, or whatever the case is. They don't come back, and then somebody else, bigger, badder, and better, comes through. Rabbit spirit, now is a lucky time. Look at all this. Scarab beetle spirit, magic works through you. All of this insanely beautiful, lucky, fortunate, abundant, lovely energy. But then we have the Eight of Swords being trapped in your mind, the Nine of Swords, anxiety and nervousness because you don't know that all of this is right there. This is an oasis in the desert, in the oasis in the forest, all right? That you don't even see coming. Watch and wait. They're like, all right, you'll see. We already got it locked down. We know what's about to happen. Give that one up so this one can come in. All right. Anyway, Pig spirit, use your mind wisely. Check yourself on that anxiety. So my throat just closed up right there. The self-talk. All right. How are you talking to yourself? The thoughts that you, because this is all, the Eight of Swords is all self-imposed stuff. Okay, it's what you're telling yourself. If it's, like I said, if you're going into the path of entrepreneurship, then it's like, okay, but what if I fail? What if I fail? Stop telling yourself, what if I fail? Stop asking yourself that. Because then you won't find out what happens if you fail. Like, what if I win, though? What if I win? What if it actually works out? Oh, man. What if this actually works out? What would I do with this? What if I get that money I deserve? Money that I want? What if I get that love that I want? You know, what would that look like? What kind of life would I live? You know, and go down that route. All right? Use your mind wisely because it'll create. All right? It's a strong and powerful instrument. How are you using it? You have enough wisdom to know that your mind can create things, that it is a tool for manifestations. So are you going to face adversities and cower, or are you going to face your adversities and empower? Hey, bars rhyming out here. Rap album coming out in 2025. All right, cool, man. Look, y'all are good. There's a little switch in the path, but then it leads to something bigger and better, and it's so much bigger and better that they don't even want to tell you. They want to hide it until it happens. So that's cool. I'm gonna pull from Romance Angels. Remember, things aren't what they seem. Yeah. Oh, see? Oh my gosh. That's the thing you gotta let go of. If you're sitting here waiting for somebody to come back and you're waiting for them to get it together, it's time to let that go. Trust. Look, if this is like an old dream, whatever, it's something old that you're holding on to and it feels like a missed opportunity, and you're like, oh, I hope they come back, I hope they come around, I hope they do the right thing, or whatever the case is. Not saying that they're not, but there's also something else that you're going to want more than that, than this person or this thing. This could be a job, but it's looking like people. I feel like secretly there's some people lined up. All right. All right, let me just say this one thing real quick. If somebody feels like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die alone, I don't know, when am I gonna find someone who loves me, you know, whatever the case is, and it looks grim, that's not the case. Behind the scenes, there are probably people coming in, probably people planning to come in that you're not aware of, right? What you think is happening is not happening when it comes to whatever that is that you're trying to go for. I feel like it's love. I feel like it has to do with other people, so it's probably love. I mean, it could be the job, but either way, whatever. If you don't think you're gonna get the promotion, you would, whatever. All right, you got the point. Now's the lucky time. There's some divine trickery at play because that's what they do for fun. All right, until we meet again. Thank you so much. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment. I'm me on IG, that's Tara Hill. If you want a personal reading, check out the info box below. If you want to be an angel donor, check out the Patreon link below. Thank you so much. Until we meet again. Peace.